Several of you have asked me to do a message on Halloween. So before I get started, what I would like to say, there are some things involved in Halloween, such as black magic, witchcraft, voodoo, astrology, prayers for the dead, divination, fortune telling, evil spirits, fear, mythology, the occult. What can I say? It's darkness. It's evil. And so many Christians are attached to the dark side rather than the light side of God. He's translated us from darkness into the kingdom of the light of his dear Son. But for some reason, people are drawn to the dark side, and it's because of that Adamic nature that's in everybody. And I understand that. However, there are some things, even religious circles and denominations and people that have venerated Halloween, the hallowed eve and the day of Halloween actually. And the word hallow means to sanctify or rever or lift up that particular day. And so it's hallowed, it's holy to them. But I will tell you this, that every day is the day of the Lord, including Halloween. We'll get back to that in just a minute. What are some of the things that are done on Halloween? Let's rehearse some of those. For instance, I talked about the things of darkness already. Halloween involves little kids going out trick-or-treating. And I remember going out trick-or-treating myself, and I didn't know anything, but I knew if somebody didn't give me a treat, I was going to do something to their house, like roll it maybe. You know, it's something we did. We would stand on each side of the road and pull a fake road, and cars would run all over the road trying to get out of the way and stop, keep from running over us and almost running a ditch. We pulled tricks on people. And little kids understand that. Nobody had to tell them. It's just when you use the word trick along with treat, they immediately assume in their mind, hey, you don't give me a treat, I'm going to give you a trick. And they do, and they're smart like that. It's the dark side that's coming out, even of the little children. It came from the Scots and the Celts, and it's traveled all the way from overseas, all the way to over here, and it's gone even to Puritans, tried to do away with it, didn't do away with it. The people in the United States going back and forth, whether or not it's a holy day or, whether it is a day to have fun. And I enjoy having fun. In fact, I'm joyful every day. But think about some of the other things they do. Do you know it's an All Souls Day? And who are the souls? The ones that are departed, the martyrs so-called. And they go in and venerate these people. Not only that, they go to graveside and they put food out for the departed souls, so when they come floating back in, they'll have something to eat. They'll pour milk on the grave. They don't want them to go thirsty. Now think about that just for a minute. And so some bum comes walking along and he sees food on these graves, and man, he thinks he's hit a gold mine. It's not the souls that go in and get it though. I mean, it'll rot and the ants will get it before anything else. But they don't think about that, because once they leave it, it's there. So next time they go back out to the graveyard a year later, it's just dirt. So soul travel. These souls travel at night looking for a place to rest, and religious people, unfortunately, are helping them find that place of rest. They put out those soul cakes for them, and they make them special, put a little cross on them and put them out there on the grave or in their house. They're like candles, so that these spirits or souls can find their way, and they'll place those on the graves also. No, I'm talking about religious people now. I'm not talking about people in the occult, although they do. They actually make torches that have real bright fire on the end of it to ward off the evil spirits and to show the way for the departed saints, the way back to them. These are just some of their customs. Now, there was in mythology a man named Jack. Jack couldn't go to heaven or hell. He was trapped. So he ran up a tree somehow or another and put a cross on it. The devil was after him. And Jack, after he put the cross on, the devil tried to get to him. And his plan was he was going to go to heaven, but heaven was locked up to him because Jack was an evil man. So the devil made a pact with him, and after Jack made the pact, the devil wouldn't let him in hell either. So, he's a liar and a thief, and he comes to kill, steal, and destroy, right? So here's Jack trying to get out of this bad spot. He's trapped between heaven and hell. So the devil throws some coal up, as the myth goes, and he catches it in a turnip and a hollow turnip, and has a fire in it that helps him find the way. Now, later on in the United States of America, they changed it from turnips to pumpkins, and they would put candles in the pumpkins so the spirits of the dearly departed could find their way, and the evil spirits would be driven away. So now we've also got costumes. They'll put on costumes looking like some kind of evil spirit to drive away evil spirits. Even Jesus said, the devil can't cast out people out of his own, or things out of his own kingdom, lest it be divided. So there's only one who casts out devils, and that's the power of God, because his kingdom's not divided. So poor old Jack, he's caught there in a thing called purgatory that some religions believe is a place between heaven and hell. Well, did you not know that to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord? There's no trap for those in Christ. They practice divination during that night. They do apple bobbing, they do games, and they do things that's associated with the occult. And and I'm talking about Christian circles now. And so what happens is they actually experience the dark side really bad in some areas. I'm not going to tell you that everything that everybody does is evil. I'm not going to say that. But I'm going to tell you what, you need to consider what you're doing to consider whether or not it's associated with the dark side. They go in and do fortune telling as one of the things that they used to do so that they could tell this man or woman who they were going to get married to sometime in the future, as if they had some kind of power or source from God to be able to do that. Well, it can't do that. And of course, they go in and play these little games with these kids. They have haunted houses that people go through, produce fear in people. And I remember reaching into a plate that they had, and they said it was eyeballs. And really it was grapes that had liquid around them. And it scared me when I was a little kid. I went, oh no, whose eyeballs are those? So what happens is they create all of that anxiety in people and all that fear. Perfect love casts out all fear. I don't want to be associated with the dark side. Can children have fun and games? Yes. It needs to be highly regulated. They can do it at home. It can be done on that day. Like I said, every day is the day of the Lord. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. But watch the dark side. Don't let it touch your clothes. I love you guys. God bless you, and go in peace. Bye.